Okay, guys, I'm gonna try something a little bit different here. I'm gonna try to use the Zoom platform in order to actually commentate some of my videos. So we're gonna see how this thing work out. So bear with me, and hopefully this works pretty good. And if it works pretty good, I'm gonna start using this platform, moving toward the more videos that I have. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let me go ahead and take your screen. This right here is gonna be a video on the expectations and how to make a permit submittal. So when you go to your local municipality, there are certain things that you're gonna have to have in order to submit a permit for a new residential home or the construction of a new residential home. So I'm gonna take your screen and we're gonna just crack right into it. So here we go. All right, guys, we're here in the city of Hoover, and what we're doing is we're doing a permit submittal. And here's a couple items that you're gonna have typical when you're submitting a permit application for new construction. First thing you're gonna need is the this right here is the building permit. Okay, and that permit needs to be filled out to entirety. Okay. Some of the items on this permit is going to be the address, the location, the homeowner's information and their address. You're also going to have my company name and information. And then there's another thing that you got to have is you got to have your city business license. Okay. And which we got that at some other time. I have my business license. I came here a couple of weeks ago in order to renew my business license. And let me say this right here, guys. Your business license, really, to be honest with you, is really like a tax to do business in that municipality. And so you have to have your business license. You have to renew it every year. Different municipality does different things. Say, for instance, in the city of Birmingham, you have a business license, but you have to also you have to file your claims every month, and if you don't do it, there's a $50 penalty. So at the end of the year, you can have a couple $100 that you have to pay in order to renew for the next year. So you have to always be on top of those things when it comes down to your business license. And typically, what they do is they send you a business license form prior to the year ending. It'd be good, just go ahead. If you know you're going to be doing business in that city or that municipality, go ahead and get that stuff filled out and send it into the city. So you're going to have that. So once you get the permit, there's another thing on the permit too that you need to have. One thing is going to be, you need to have the contract amount, because what happens is the permit, the amount that your permit is going to be is contingent on that permit amount. Now, if that permit amount on your contract and you fill out the application, if it's really, really low, what the building official can do, or the plans examiner can do, is they can do what they call a valuation of the cost of the home, which I say national standard is set by the National International Residential Code. They set up a national standard for what they call evaluation costs. And so that way, you can't just come in here and say, well, hey, you got a $600,000 house and you turned in and it cost $200,000. Well, when the plans examiner is looking at it, he's gonna say, well, that don't look quite right. So he can do what they call the valuation of the cost and get it to the market value that's nationally set. Okay, so you gotta have that right. Another thing you gotta have, like here in Hoover, you have to have a sewer impact fees. And here, since Hoover is using Jefferson County sewer, all right, but they use Bessemer water in the area. That's what you're talking to me. So what you have to have is you have to have what they call the in order for them to, now you can submit without this, but it's better to submit with it, because when you submit with it, that means they have everything they need. You don't want to have to come back and do something else because now they got to call, you got to come back up here. So just go ahead and turn everything in all at one time. So when the guy, when the plans examiner do what he has to do, then he has everything he needs, and then he can, send you for the permit. He can, once he gets done with it, you can come down and pay for the permit, pick your permit up. Now, let me say this right here.
That is critical. This is some of the reasons why it becomes very frustrating with builders and the municipalities or the permit office, because sometimes the builders don't do their due diligence to figure out everything that they need in order to do a proper submittal. And they had to go back and forth with the municipality. And it's not really the municipality's fault or the city's fault, because that just take one simple phone call. And in a lot of cases, you can just go online and they tell you everything that they need on the front end. So you make sure you have all that stuff prior to you even coming down there. But that can become very frustrating, guys. You know, I served as a building official in the city of Alabaster for, for about 3 to 4 years. And that was one of the biggest headaches that I had. Some of the builders were having problems and they think it was me. They think it was me, and they was thinking that I was doing these things to them when they could have simply just, I made sure all the information was online. In a lot of cases, a lot of the information, a lot of requirements is in the local ordinance. And so there's just in a lot of cases, there's no excuses not to have that information, okay?
One more thing that you're gonna have, this right here is an erosion control plan. Erosion control plan is a plan, and it's telling us what a silt fence is gonna be to keep the siltation from impacting the municipal roads, the inlets that's in the road. So this right here is also we got gravel to make sure we don't get a lot of mud and stuff in the road from the trucks and everything. So these are some of the things you're gonna need when you do the permit. Of course, last but not least, you're gonna need pretty much 2 sets of plans. Now, a lot of municipalities are moving away from plans. What they're doing is if you go to like the city of Trussville, they don't want hard copies of plans. They want a digital set of plans, which you can actually mark up plans digitally, which is probably a better way because I can upload everything on my phone or iPad. It makes it easy when I'm dealing with my subcontractor. So these are the things you need. And kind of scared to go up there because you may ask me for something else that I probably don't have. This is one more thing. Every builder, and guys, when you have a builder that's doing something for you, make sure those guys have their home builders license or card. That's critical. There are 3 types of cards. One is a roofing card. You have a limited card, which is something that you can do a trade. Say for instance, you can do framing that's up to greater than $10,000 if you contract straight with the homeowner. That's a limited card, but that's only doing one trade. Or you can have an unlimited card, which is a home builder's card. And that's pretty much what I have. Okay, good guy right here for the attorney and stuff right there. He can do the same thing I do. Hopefully we make it through this process. All right, you had any questions? You guys up here. Ready? Thank you. Hey, man. It never fails. There was one more application I needed. This right here is a land disturbance plan. Land disturbance application. So before you start digging, you have to have a land disturbance application. And that really goes with the erosion control plan. I had the plan, but I didn't have the application. All right, thanks. Ready?